to show you how to make your own coconut milk for a Thai-style soup with a fresher, more coconutty flavor. It starts with coconut milk. Now, there are a million brands out there, and they all vary in thickness, in sweetness, and coconut flavor. So we decided to make our own. It's very easy. You use unsweetened shredded coconut. Don't use the sweetened kind because that'll make the soup really kind of yucky. Shred it, put that in a blender. I'm pouring 3 cups of hot water right over the top. And we'll just let that sit for a couple minutes to hydrate. We're gonna add coconut cream. Now, coconut cream is essentially the same thing as coconut milk, but they use a lot more of the coconut flesh when they grind it down. It's almost like a paste. Don't confuse this with cream of coconut, which they use for cocktails. Don't use that in the soup. And then we're also gonna use coconut water as our base rather than chicken stock or plain water. This will add even more coconut flavor. So once that's sat and hydrated a little bit, we're just going to turn it on and let it go, puree till it's very thick. We've made the milk. We have extracted coconut flavor into that warm water. I'm going to press it through a fine mesh strainer, and we'll have a richly flavored coconut milk. Now you still have this bit of coconut flesh. That's usable. You could put that in cookies, turn into desserts, and still has a little flavor left. So into the pan with our coconut milk is a whole can of the coconut cream, 2 cups of coconut water. We're going to want to bring this to a simmer. Now to flavor it, I'm going to use the peel, just the peel, not the pit, light strips of lime. I will add ginger, thinly sliced shallot, salt, and white pepper. I don't use black pepper here. White pepper has a more floral spice to it. Touch of turmeric, a little bit of brown sugar, and then lemongrass. Get big stalks if you can, and always remember when you're cooking them in soup or flavoring anything to smash them with a knife so that you can extract as much flavor as possible. So we'll bring this up to a low boil and then turn it down to a simmer and let it simmer for about 20 minutes. That will extract that beautiful tart flavor out of the lemongrass stalks, the bright citrus from the lime zest, the shallots add a little bit of earthiness to it. So the broth has been simmering for about 20 minutes. Now I'm going to remove all the solids. We've pulled all the flavor out of them we can. Now we're left with this delicious, flavorful broth, just lightly colored with that turmeric in there. Tiny bit more white pepper, fish sauce, which of course, classic Thai ingredient, and then a roasted chili paste. It adds another great layer of flavor and tartness to this soup that you might get from galangal root, which is a little trickier to find. So we'll stir that all in and get this to simmering again and add our chicken and mushrooms, and in about 5 minutes we'll be ready to eat. Now the mushrooms here, I've got shiitakes. You just want to thinly slice them, and then thinly sliced chicken. It's thinly sliced as if you were making a stir fry. This will cook in between 5 and 10 minutes. The chicken is cooked through. There's still a nice texture to these mushrooms. We'll just finish it up. Fresh pop of juice at the end will really brighten the flavor. For a little more heat, some sliced red chilies, Fresno chilies, and that's it. And the finishing touch, a little bit of chopped fresh cilantro. Intense coconut flavor. It's spicy and salty. It's a little bit sweet, and there's really earthiness to it. It's our version of tom kha gai. You got to try this.